too close. Yeah. And the wind swirls around. Yeah, so we can't rely to go the same way. Yesterday, us two were only 10 metres away. Yeah, that will happen all day. Yeah, you might just need to go a bit further up.
Now you see why they all leave some heat benders out. In this episode, we're anchored in the stunning city of Valletta, Malta, enjoying the beautiful views and access to all the marine supplies that Malta has to offer. We find ourselves getting the boot from the Grande Harbour. But no worries, Malta is full of hidden gems, and we soon find another beautiful bay. Unfortunately, Richard has been struck down with severe abdominal pain, so we need to seek out a local doctor.
Just editing outside today. Not something I normally do, but it's sort of about keeping anchor watch, really. It's Saturday, so the bay's busy. Obviously, some locals bring their boats out and anchor up and raft up as the ones behind us, which is cool. But this bay is this wind direction, swells a lot, so you can have 6 boats in here and they'll all be pointing different directions, so you just can't have the normal thing where they all sort of lie in the same direction at anchor and you can get them a lot closer. So as you might have seen before, our neighbours got a little bit close to us and they've moved away further up the bay, which is good. So we're just practicing our grumpy face when people come in if they're looking to get too close. I had a stern anchor. I think I might put that out today just to hold us in one direction while everyone's here.
I'm sure it tastes nice in the looks. It's mushroom and cheese and nuts of onion and garlic.
Cheers. Good, honey. You can probably hear the engine in the background. We're a bit low on our batteries, so I think we are down to 58%. Which on lead acid batteries is pretty much depleted, so well, you start to cause damage I think below that. So we're just running the motor probably for an hour. We're already up to 70%. We normally use about 10% overnight, so I probably want to get it to about 75 before we turn it off tonight.
I really only noticed this the last 3 days, I think.
Yeah.
We're into autumn now. Maybe it's that.
Yeah.
Over summer, it was absolutely fine. We're at 90% at this time of night.
Yeah.
And now we're down to like 60.
Yeah, the solar panels are just not keeping up. We're going to make do with this configuration until we go to Tunisia. Obviously, in Tunisia, we're going to be on mains power for the whole time we're there. But we'll do our solar solution then. So we'll put up 800 watts of solar and 600 amp hours of lithium batteries, so hopefully it should all work a bit better.
The plus side of running the motor is we get hot water.
Oh yes.
So our current solar doesn't heat our hot water, which has been absolutely fine when the weather is so hot. And when we're swimming in the Mediterranean at 31 degrees, 30 degrees?
Yeah.
What, today was like 29? It's fine. So we swim and we have a lukewarmish shower because it stays warm for quite a few days.
It's really good actually.
It's
like
4 days, you're still fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not getting really hot water at 4 days, but it's...
Yeah, you don't need to have much cold in it, but it's been fine. So anyway.
Yeah.
What's doing, honey?
I am cleaning the solar panels. We haven't been getting that much power out of them. Well, not what I expect. About 100 watts. Got 350 watts of solar up here.
How much?
350 watts. And it could be that we're getting little shadows from the backstays across the solar panels. I don't know. Anyway, I'll give them a clean and see if that helps. Both panels are on the same controller, so any shading on one part of the panel is going to affect the output of the whole lot. Just going into town to get a few things. We're going into a place called Helios, which is fabrics, specifically marine fabrics for us. So Jen's been working hard on our list.
Yeah, we're going to do cockpit cushions. We've got some shade cloth stuff for the sides, so when we don't want the full sides down, we just want some sun protection.
We'll do another visit to the chandlery. There's still a couple of things I need to chase down, and
it's just his favourite thing to do.
It's my new Bunnings. And then we will go to the Suzuki shop because we've spun the prop on the motor. Let me see if I can show you. So what's actually happening is that the prop attaches to the drive shaft, obviously, and it has a really solid, I think like a brass sort of bushing on the inside. And then you have the casting of the prop, and in between those is a bit of rubber. And the rubber's stuck to both parts, and it's there as a fail-safe. So if you hit something, then the rubber will start to slip. And I don't think we've hit anything. Maybe it's just got old, but it's actually starting to slip. So we can only go in really slow revs before it starts to slip, which is not very useful for us. So we have to put a new prop on.
And one other shop, which is on our... I've just got to hold on to the docky. It's not tied up yet. One other shop we're going to go to is a yarn shop I found, which looks like it has lots of beautiful yarns. And I need to remember, I'll teach myself how to crochet because I've got to fly back to Australia and I've got something like 29 hours of flying. And I don't want to take my knitting because it's big, and you'll see 2 big jumpers underway, but I want to get some crocheting jumps. So that's like my Bunnings.
€100. But SBB they're 50, but you're probably 25 in freight, so you're 75. And this I'll be able to get the tax back, so it'll work about the same. You can just get the bushing and push it in, but he said that the cost of getting the bushing and then get somebody to put it in is about the same as the price of a new prop. And he says 50% of the time they don't get it in straight and it vibrates, and then you end up having to replace the whole lot anyway. So. Haven't filmed much, but it's been a successful day. Here's Bob's new propeller. So this is the part that's the problem. There's this brass bush that attaches to the drive shaft, and obviously the aluminium casting the outside of the prop. And then just between those two there is a rubber grommet. And that's designed so that when the prop hits, the drive shaft will slide on that grommet. What it does to though is it loosens it up, and you've probably got to replace it at that point. So yeah, I'm not sure whether we hit something, but anyway, it's come loose, and the cheapest, most effective way is just to get a replacement part. Been to the chandlery, been to the wool shop, got some wool and cotton for a few crafts. Yeah, all in all, a lovely day out.
It's just such a good harbour.
It's a great harbour. We're just heading round to the next bay. Need to do a video upload. So the the mobile service I've got here has Wi-Fi hotspots. There's one round in the next bay, so we're going to go around there and see if we can do the upload. Mobile data is really expensive here. For what, on €10, I would get 10 gigs, and in Italy I was getting 230 plus a bonus special about another 80 or something. It's ridiculous.
So we're stuck with these prepaid things, and our 8 or 10 gig we finish in like a day, or 2 days, and we can't upload videos. So we're going to find a cafe or bar that's in one of these hotspots.
Yeah, I think really the prepay here is all set up for the tourists, which suits fine, right? You're in town for 3 days, you get 8 gigs or something like that. You think it's a little expensive, but it's €10, whatever. But if you're here for a month, that's expensive.
So we're just sitting down to upload the video, connected to Wi-Fi, and 500ml can of beer. What's that, honey?
A tiny bottle of wine. I don't know. 187ml.
187ml. So I think it's typical.
Half a glass.
Typical
Oh yeah,
glass serve,
glass
isn't
of
it?
wine.
Yeah.
And 2 beautiful homemade pastizzis.
€6.
We have about an hour to sip wine, eat lovely Maltese snacks, and get some knitting done on Richard's jumper.
Personally, I think we're going to be drunk before the video is uploaded. 3%. We have a race going on. About 98% uploaded, and I've got 11% battery left. So I think we're probably just going to make it with 3 beers and 3 wines in, and I think Jude is
Nearly finished.
the jersey.
A few pastizzis
Yes.
and an apple pie.
Yes, and probably a couple of hours.
Paper table.
Couple of hours, I think. So they managed to get Wi-Fi off the cafe here, so that's been a bit of a saviour, I think. Anyway,
We've seen a church service.
yes,
We've met all the local dogs.
yes, met some local people.
Yes.
So it's all in all, it's been a good night. 98%, 2 to go.
So, we have a bit of a dilemma. We just got visited by, what do you call them?
Their security.
Yeah, port security. And they just came to say hello, had a chat. Where's your boat registered? Where was your last port? And they said, did you call in to announce your arrival with the port? So first we heard of it. We said, no.
No, yeah. So these guys have been passed. We've been here 10 days.
Yeah,
and
well, 12 maybe.
These guys have been passed, I don't know if it's the same 2 people, but they've been going past every day. there's other boats that have been. Well, the boat behind us was here when we came, and it looks like it's been here a month longer than us.
And every day there's probably between 4 and 8, 10 boats here.
Yeah, anchored overnight. Yeah, and anyway, they told us we needed to report to the Port Authority on Channel 12 just to let them know, which we did. To which the guy said to me, "Where are you going to anchor?" And I said, "In Ranella Bay." And on Navily, there's lots of reviews of people anchoring in this bay. There's people being told that they can't anchor anywhere else in the Valletta harbours other than this bay. So that's why we came to this bay.
And only of what? 3 months ago.
Or last month.
Oh,
yeah.
And the charts say this is an anchorage. The up-to-date chart, the current.
Yeah. Anyway, so the guy goes off of me and says I'm not allowed to anchor anywhere in the Grande Harbour of Valletta, which is the harbour on this side. I know I'm not allowed to anchor on the one on the other side. There's lots of information that you can't do that. And then so we beckoned back the security guys, and it was a bit of a new thing to them as well. So they called up the Port Authority just to talk with them. And long story short is you're allowed to anchor during the day, but you can't anchor overnight, which again was new to the security guys. So anyway,
So we've been asked to leave.
Sorry to everybody else in the bay, but we've all now been asked to leave the bay by the end of the day. So we've got to go anchor somewhere else.
Well, we are allowed to anchor in any of the other bays in Malta, which is fine.
It's just, I suppose my piece right now is I'm just really pissed off that, we've gone to all the information sources. We've consulted the charts, as I was told by the port captain.
Have you not got up-to-date charts?
Yes, consult your charts. And
it says it's an anchorage.
It says it's an anchorage. Obviously the security guys aren't made aware of these changes. I can't find any notice to mariners on the Port of Valletta site that says that you can't anchor here and something has changed. So I suppose that's the frustrating thing, is how the hell do you bloody know? What I'm feeling is, I don't want to be breaking the rules, yet I end up in a situation where I'm breaking the rules despite all the best efforts not to.
But we're not being fined, we've just been asked. Yeah. I'm told we're not supposed to be here. Now we have...
My mate from next door's paddling over. Yeah. So I'm just going to go see it.
Okay, so we said hello to a lovely neighbour this morning, an Italian, who said, he was just checking that he wasn't anchored too close, and that we were comfortable where he was anchored and he was going to go out. And we saw the security going checking on his boat. So we've just gone to tell him what we know so he doesn't get into trouble as well. Electronics are on, radio's on. Okay. Here's the little radio. You won't put up any sails, will you? Oh, they cleared out this boat, didn't they?
Yeah, thank you. We're just in the main commercial port of Malta. It's on the eastern end of the main island. It's not ugly, but it's not the most beautiful thing, but it's very sheltered, and that's what we're after at the moment. This is the main sort of fishing port of Malta as well, apparently, and around the corner there's a whole lot of little fishing boats, so we'll go around and have a look at them.
Very full. We're almost squeezing through here. It's so cute. And they were all in these beautiful blue and gold and dark red colours. They often have these skirts on the front of them. Oh, even skirts all over. Maybe it's to stop the paint from fading. Okay, you win. Cheers.
Cheers. Malta's finest, apparently. It's not too bad.
When I went to Bali's, I first asked what it was, and the waitress described it as a low-cal beer. I'm like, okay, great, we'll have low-cal beer, I'm happy with that. I think I drank it for a day or so before I realised she's actually saying local beer. It's our local beer, not low-cal beer. On our way into town this morning to go to a pharmacy. In Malta, the doctors work out of pharmacies, and we need people to take Richard to a doctor. He's actually fine now, as you can see. But last night he was really unwell. Started with just kind of a bellyache in the afternoon after a late lunch, then got to quite painful and really uncomfortable. So, like, awful. By 10, 11 o'clock, he's vomiting over the side. Feeling good. So he's absolutely fine. He's slept well and he's fine now, but we're just going to get it checked out. So here, you don't need an appointment. You just go in and wait. We'll go to our closest pharmacy. They said they've got a doctor on duty.
Just waiting for the doctor. Just come into the pharmacy and ask them, and he said, yeah, just wait here, and when the doctor's finished, I'm next in.
Have a look at this cute little waiting room.
So yeah, pretty easy. See how it goes.
What did the doctor say, huh?
So he thinks it's probably gallbladder.
Yes!
Knew
it.
Yeah. So we said, yeah, that's what we thought our diagnosis was as well. He doesn't really think it's a gallstone. And because I wasn't jaundiced in any way, he doesn't think it's like gallbladder disease. So he's just saying that sometimes you have fatty meal, which we'd had.
We did. We had a lovely cheese and cauliflower pasta.
That the gallbladder can do a bit of a spasm, and really just to try and prevent.
Yep.
There was no fever, so there's no like infection there, and he just advised to take make sure we've got some anti-inflammatories, so if it strikes while we're out at sea, I've got some anti-inflammatories, and so we need to stock up on those.
We probably should have done that at the pharmacy.
Yeah,
I think we do, don't we?
I think we do. So we'll go back and have a look.
Yep.
It's like Voltarans.
Good. Good result.
Yes, so it's good. It's worthwhile being checked out.
And what did the doctor cost you?
€15.
Hey.
Paid in cash to the man. So yeah, good experience.